guys, Mike here, aka Report Shop, and another health update. Now, if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I said that I was actually losing my hearing, and for that to now, my hearing's actually come back for the most part. It was just my eardrum was still in the process of healing, and the internal part was coming back, and then it just took a couple, week and a half for all my hearing to come back. Well, so I can hear now on my right ear, everything's fine on that for the most part. I still have some trouble hearing, but it should be a couple more weeks until I can fully hear, or I don't know what's happening with my ear, it's just weird. But a few years ago, backstory time, a few years ago I had surgery on my feet because I had major flat feet. And I had surgery on those to try to force myself up an arch. And problem is, I'm on crutches, if I can reach them. I have to be on crutches. I've been on crutches since Tuesday since this video. So since this video, it's been about a week. So I'm recording this on Saturday. And I went to the doctor yesterday, and I had a rash on my foot, and we wanted to get that checked out. Well, as we were going to get the rash checked out, more problems started coming up. My foot was actually twice the size of my left foot. We're talking about my right foot. My right foot was twice the size of my left foot in the ankle region, and that's really bad for where that is, because that's the area that I had the surgery on, for the most part. There's a couple other areas I had for that surgery. But the areas where they cut into my ankle to put the hardware in for an arch, those areas are swollen. And my foot's actually doing what it did before I ever had my surgeries, which is kind of going like this with this bone on my ankle. It is actually doing that again. Not for the most part, but it's not really doing that much, but it's very noticeable that it is. And that's actually bad, because that indicates something's wrong with the hardware, because the hardware is supposed to be forcing up an arch and keeping my foot in place. So with my foot going back in again, it's indicating that the hardware is either A, moved, or B, not doing its job correctly, or C, has become unscrewed slightly. And if it's any of those three things, because I'm going to the hospital on Tuesday to get a x-ray and a Doppler. If you don't know what a Doppler is, it's check the blood flow to any part of your body. I'm not getting enough blood flow to my foot, the doctor says, but I do have a very strong pulse. It's just hard to find it. And my foot is ice cold to the touch. And that's bad. That means that there's something wrong with circulation in my foot. Even though I have a strong pulse, there is something wrong with my foot. Anyways, going back to the hardware, if the hardware has moved or has become unscrewed or anything's wrong with it, that turns life-threatening because that could be internal bleeding. That's very bad if you don't know what internal bleeding is. You can't stop it, you just have to hope that it stops itself. What it also could be is a blood clot in an artery or a vein or something, where I don't know my body, so I don't know if a vein has blood clots. I don't know, guys, but right now, I all know that I am on crutches for the next 2 weeks, and I don't know what's wrong with my foot. It hurts a lot to put pressure on it, and it started when I got the rash, because I have nerve damage, because they cut a nerve in my foot, and now I have permanent nerve damage on the foot, and it's if you barely touch it, it hurts me a lot, and that's not supposed to happen if you all know that. It's barely just, that hurts my foot a lot. And the rash is actually really painful in itself, which is constantly aggravating the nerve damage, which is constantly making me feel pain. And yeah, I can deal with the pain for the most part without showing it. I'm actually in a lot of pain right now. But for the most part, I've learned to deal with the pain of my nerve damage. But it's if I put pressure on my foot or if something hits my foot that I scream out in pain. Here in my city in Ashland, in the US, we have a pain scale at our hospital. I don't know if everyone else does this, but it's from 1 to 10. 1 being it's kind of uncomfortable, 10 being you're being hit by a truck. Right now, my foot is at an 8. So it's really painful, but I'm not showing it, because I know how to deal with pain, I know how to not show pain. But we still don't know how, if it is something to do with the hardware, we have to get the x-rays from right after, directly after my surgery on my right foot. We have to get the x-rays from directly after surgery from my doctor down in Columbus, is where I had my surgery and stuff from my foot doctor down in Columbus, and we have to compare those. And if the hardware has moved at all, or has become unscrewed or anything, I have to have my surgery redone. Now, what that means for my YouTube channel is it might be actually like a long stretch of like no videos. I don't know, because I'm going to be stuck at home and I'm not really going to be able to move, because when I had my surgery, I wasn't allowed to go anywhere at all, except to my doctor down in Columbus. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere outside my house for like a month and a half. And what that means is that I'd have to have someone from school come in here to like teach you the stuff that I need to know, because America's so weird. But it's very scary, guys, because it could be life-threatening because of the internal bleeding that could be going on. But yeah, they're taking a couple x-rays on my foot so we can see where the hardware is and what's wrong and why my foot is twice the size of the other one. And we're getting a Doppler to see why is there not a lot of blood flow going to my foot. And I will keep you all updated. I have to keep you all updated because this could bring a major impact to my channel. I know that I don't upload that much either way, but this could be like a month stretch of like no videos at all if it does occur. And I just want to let you all know that that's what's happening. So I am on crutches, and I won't be able to do like vlogs or anything. I mean, I guess I could do it on my computer, or I could have someone hold my phone. But for the most part, I will mainly keep you all updated. I will do another video on this, another health update on Tuesday when I get the x-rays and everything, because I go at 9 o'clock in the morning to get the x-rays and Doppler. So yeah, I just want to let you all know that that's happening. If y'all do want to like hear more about like my surgery and stuff, do leave a comment below and tell me, or message my Sarah Hall or my Instagram and just tell me like, hey, I would like to see a video on your surgeries and stuff and what that's all about. And if y'all do that, then I will, if one person says that, I will definitely do that, because I know if one person's interested, other people are most likely going to be like, why did you have to have surgery? What was the surgery about? Because I'm not going to go in the depths on that, because I don't like these videos being too long. But yeah, I just want to let you know that. And yeah, so that's about the end of this video, guys. If you did like it, or if you want to see more like health updates, if you want me to continue keeping you all updated on my health, then do leave a like, guys, and smash subscribe. What are you doing? Please do stick around, smash like and hit subscribe and help much on the grow. And if you are subscribed, be sure to hit the bell notification and get notified about all my new videos like this one. I will definitely keep you all updated. I'm actually going to be doing an unturned video tomorrow. If I can't get Jeremiah here, I might do an online game where it's like an online server. But yeah, do stay tuned to my channel, guys, if you are interested in what's going on in my world. And yeah, I'll see you all next video. Adios.